Good evening. Welcome to the First Unitarian Church of Hamilton. My name is Reverend Jamie Boyce, and I am pleased to be your service leader this evening. Tonight's service is live streaming from our church in Hamilton on the sacred lands of many peoples. We live upon the traditional territories of the Erie, Neutral, Huron-Wendat, Haudenosaunee, and Mississaugas. This land is covered by the One Dish with One Spoon Wampum Belt Covenant, which was an agreement between the Haudenosaunee and Anishinaabe to share and care for the resources around the Great Lakes. As settlers, we continue to benefit from this land and its resources. As settlers, we must ask ourselves how or if we have shared and cared for the earth and its gifts. Facing the truth is hard. Truth must come before reconciliation. I would like to thank our service leader team today, which includes our music ministers, Cindy, Carrie, Rachel, Derry, our service leaders, Katie Keenlyside and Irene Kay, and our tech support person tonight is Bruce McPherson. Thank you so much for your service. We welcome you to this service of centering, reflection, renewal, and celebration this evening as we gather on the cusp of the longest night, a beautiful night, a night full of possibilities, a night in which we savor and surrender to the restorative, generative power of darkness. We light our chalice tonight with the words from Brother David Stendel-Rast, who is a Catholic Benedictine monk born in Vienna in 1926. He writes, "May you grow still enough to hear the small noises the earth makes in preparing for the long sleep of winter, so that you yourself may grow calm and grounded deep within. May you grow still enough to hear the trickling of water seeping into the ground, so that your soul may be softened and healed and guided in its flow. May you grow still enough to hear the splintering of starlight in the winter sky and the roar of the earth's fiery core. May you grow still enough to hear the stir of a single snowflake in the air, so that your inner silence may turn into a hushed expectation." Let us open the space tonight by welcoming the longest night of the year into our lives. Let us welcome it as a source of comfort, renewal, imagination, and connection to people and the planet. May we settle into a time of stillness together like stars twinkling in the night sky and invite the transformative power of the night, the long renewing stillness to settle our restless bodies. May this time together calm our spirits, comfort our tender hearts, and ignite our imaginations with awe and wonder.
Breathe
invite us to settle into some shared silence together, noticing our breath, allowing and inviting some stillness into our day. Maybe notice those places where we feel tight. Just rest. Rest in this place of calm, rest in this place of connection.
We have a reading now by Lynn Cox, Unitarian minister and author, a meditation on the solstice. We pause as the path of the sun reverses, seemingly holding its place for a moment of turning. Let us delve into the gifts of darkness at the winter solstice. We follow curiosity and contemplation down into the cold earth, taking a journey to the world below the surface. Here we find acorns, hashed by squirrels and chipmunks, perhaps to be food laid in store, or perhaps to become trees in the fullness of time. We find the burrows of hibernating animals, those who sleep and repair. We find seeds, including some that will not sprout unless they first wait through frost and ice. Life finds rest and renewal in the darkness. May those who are weary find comfort. May those who are struggling find meaning and companionship. May those who are injured or ill find recovery. May those who hunger find abundance. Let this be a time of healing, and may the dreams of the dark lead us to share these gifts with one another. Our imagination rises back to the surface, to life where the cold ground meets the crisp air. Here we observe life finding its way. We observe animals eating seeds left on the ground, though the harvest is long past. We notice the migration of birds, natural movement that allows populations to find places where they can thrive. We observe the trees that appear to sleep and yet hold sap that will rise again before the spring arrives. We observe that not everything lives through the winter, and yet all that has lived returns to the earth and is transformed. Let this be a time of resilience. May the changing seasons bring new meaning and new insights. May creativity and persistence lead us to find resources for all to share. May those who migrate find safety, and may there be good news in the wind. May transformation lead us onward. We now lift our imagination to the sky, to the returning sun, and to the brilliant winter night. Shifting hours of light and darkness remind us that change is part of the rhythm of the universe, and so trouble does not last. Acknowledging the gifts of darkness, we also look forward to the growing light, a change that brings glimmers of hope. We marvel at the beauty of this time, stars unobstructed by leaves, jewels of the night shining over the land, moon and meteors inspiring us to awe and wonder. Let this be a time of celebration. What joy can be found? Let us hold it close, blow on its embers, and share its spark. We do not take for granted having come this far, and we give thanks for our companions on the journey. We continue our meditation in silence.
We continue to dwell in quiet together, deepen the invitation to stillness to arrive, welcoming the longest night.
My reading for this service is called Silent Night. It will be familiar to most of you. It's usually sung as a carol, but this night we're going to present it as a reading, and it speaks to us of nature in its winter sleep, a time of quiet in which we may reflect and begin to renew ourselves. We notice how the energy of nature is always changing, always renewing. Observing nature's cycle helps us recognize and attune with the changes happening within us. We welcome the return of the light after the restful time of solstice, which inspires us to nurture positive intentions for the start of the solar year. Silent night, solstice night. All is calm, all is bright. Nature slumbers in forest and glen, till in springtime she wakens again. Sleeping spirits grow strong, sleeping spirits grow strong. Silent night, solstice night, quiet rest until the light, turning ever the rolling wheel, brings the winter to comfort and heal. Rest your spirit in peace. Rest your spirit in peace. Silent night, solstice night, silver moon shining bright. Snowfall blankets the slumbering earth, while Yule fires welcome the sun's rebirth. Hark, the light is reborn. Hark, the light is reborn. Silent night, solstice night, we will share love's pure light. Radiant beams from every face tell our dreams for every place. Hope again is born. Hope again is born. We rejoice in the wonder of making light out of darkness.
Look to the light to guide us.
Go, beloveds, go from here full of wonder and awe for the mystery of life. May the spirit of stillness discovered here stay with you in the days ahead, inspiring more rest and more renewal. May the night sky, the brisk cold, and the call to the hearth of love, the light of love, comfort you and bring you courage. May we lift our eyes to the light, full of appreciation for the privilege of knowing the longest night of the year. Let our hearts flutter with gladness for all that is our life and all that we share with the earth. We extinguish this chalice, but not the fire in our hearts. Go in peace. If you would like to stay for a few minutes of sharing, you're invited to stay for a few minutes to say hello. Thank you for being with us for this celebration of the solstice and the longest night.